So we've got quite the day planned. We've got a bull out in the neighbor's cows at my lease at my aunt and uncle's place in La Pointe, and then we got a calf out there too. There's no gate in between the fields, so we're gonna have to cut the fence, get him back in, and then which they'll be easy to find because I think they said he's got all black cattle, and I got a yellow calf and a white bull, so they'll be easy to spot. But we got to get them back in, then we'll have to put the fence back together, and then check the fence. We'll make sure I think the gate had gotten left open. Anyway, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna, at 2:15, we've got an appointment to get Redhead Bull's feet trimmed. So we're gonna take him with us in case this goes longer than anticipated. So we can just go straight to Vernal from there. And I've got a call with Coach J-Rob at 2:15. Coach J-Rob is a performance coach, lives in Decatur, Texas. And I met him when I was on the last Cowboy Standing show. And I've been working with him pretty regular. We're doing the PBR Academy on the 19th through the 21st. He's coming here to help me coach that. And so we're kind of working on developing that, and then he's helped me a lot develop as a person and as a coach. And so we talk times a month, and I've been working on some stuff that I'm pretty excited to share with him. Just, some of the things that I've learned from him, and now I'm getting to apply them with the guys that I'm working with Colton and Hunter and then all the kids at my schools. And so some of the principles that I've learned from him, he coaches with the Navy SEALs, and it's been a pretty exciting journey learning to implement some of that stuff and increase how much impact I can have as a coach with these kids in their riding and in their lives. So we're gonna get this bull in, and instead of putting the bridle on to do such a small task, I'm just gonna ride her in the Bosalito, which she was started in a halter, and then I rode her in the Hackamore for like a year and a half, 2 years. And so she operates about as good in this as she does in the bridle. Now I got split reins, and we'll just use that to get the bull in, and then I'll set it back up like a halter and load her in the trailer. We are. That way we got the yellow one. This white bull, if we take him by himself, he's gonna get madder than hell. So we'll take them both together. Get back. He has ran me over a few times, but this being able to like have her where I can ride her in this, if you're in a corral or something, wherever there's a lot of nails or loose boards or wires hanging loose and you don't want to get your bridle tore up, you can just ride her in this and take the bridle off, and she operates just as smooth and operating off my body anyway. So they can beat you on foot. It's the same reason I use a dog at times. Like, cattle can't beat a dog and they can't beat a horse. They can beat you on foot and they can beat you on a four-wheeler. Now granted, there's times we use a four-wheeler, like my dad, he rotates pastures on a four-wheeler, but there's really no hurting of the cattle. Like, you just go open the gate and they want to go. But whenever you need to actually herd the cattle, you got to have something that you can beat them on. And these horses like Rona and the dogs, like, they're bred to work cattle, to handle livestock. And I mean, she's just like the dogs. When she gets around cattle, her heart rate goes up. I mean, it's bred deep into her genetic code to turn cattle. and control their movement, just like it is the dogs. Control movement or create it, and then we basically just, through training and repetition, we show them how to do that. And I mean, most of the time, like if I'm going to get a cow in or something, you get to see later today with the bull, but I'll put her in collection and then turn it over to her, show her direction, and I just got to then stay out of her way, and she'll do the work just as these dogs do. This is where Rona's at currently. She's in the spade bit, and the way this works essentially is she's gonna hold this bit on her tongue. It's gonna hang like that, and this will be the bit on her tongue. And when I pick up on the rein chains, when that leaves her tongue there, that's the signal for her to go into collection. So she'll break at the withers, third vertebrae in the pole, go here, shift her weight to the hindquarters, and she'll be more athletic in that frame to where she can turn the cow sharper, be more accurate with her foot placement, but she'll hold herself in self-carriage. To a lot of people, they look extremely harsh, but there's actually more surface area in the mouth, and because it's a straight bar and it doesn't break in the middle, it doesn't put pressure on her bars. Yeah, he's right up the way there in the middle of them black cattle, in all reality. But we want to get these pulled back so he don't catch a leg on it, or Rona doesn't. Some people wouldn't be happy if you cut their fence, but when your Charolais bulls in with their black cattle,
they're all about
they
it.
appreciate it. Well, we got him. A little wild. She gets a little pushy. You know, we talked about she's a cow horse and she likes to work cattle. So things come undone a little bit when things get elevated, but for the most part, we were able to both maintain composure and get him out of there. But I think the problem is these cows are bred, those cows are bred, and he's just looking for something better to do. But now we can do some fence repairs and we'll go get Redhead's feet trimmed. Your job is to hand it to me once I get it stretched up. So there's 2. How many more we need? Grab them 2. We got to make 5. How many you got?
2.
Okay. How many you got now? Here's this one.
I got
3. Okay. So now we got to twist it up, fold it back like that, and then like this. Now we'll get the pliers. We'll do 1 twist and 1 twist. And then, and I'm sure somebody's gonna say get them Texas ones. Well, we just got these regular yellow ones. And that's okay. Huh, Lene? See, these are the Utah ones.
These are usual ones.
Yes. If we were in Texas, we might get the Texas ones.
Yep.
But since we grew up using these, we probably use them anyway.
Yeah.
Grab that one right there. Hand that to me. Okay, get the next one. Now just hold it for 1 sec while I get this one twisted on here. Okay, come on. Okay, now duck under. Okay, now can you get us the next one over there? They're over there behind you. And it's the one that's right out there. So we'll stretch this just a little tighter than the bottom one, because once we tie this off, it'll have a little give in it. Okay, Lene, you think you can get the next one? It's over there.
My arms are tired.
Well, that's all right. My arms are tired too. But what do cowgirls do? What do cowgirls do when their arms get tired?
I don't know.
You don't know? Remember that song Luella sings?
Yeah.
They just push through it. Think you can push through it? Hey, here's the thing. We got to get this done so we can get back in the air conditioner and get us a drink. So go get the next wire. I can help you a little bit because they got a little tangled. Here, step back just a little bit and then I'll hand it to you. Well, it's just gonna keep getting better. I've been doing some research and stuff, and I've got big plans for I've got a school this weekend. And first thing I wanted to talk to you about, I thought this is really interesting, because when you describe the above the line, below the line behavior like that, that clicked for me. I got it. So I start using it, especially with like Colton, the guy that works for me regularly. Well, the way he was, and I thought he was getting it too, but then over the course of a week or two, it was starting to become very clear that by the way he was talking, that he thought when he felt an emotion, he was below the line. And in fact, he even expressed that he was very upset one night that he rides better when he goes below the line. Because he would get bucked off his first one, he would get mad and then regroup, and there was some redirect that went on, and then he would come and ride, execute exactly what he wanted to. But then when he said I ride better when I go below the line, I could see that the confusion was that he felt when he experienced emotion, that made him below the line, and he was just screwed because he just couldn't stop feeling these emotions. Make a change and go on and ride the bull. It's either perfect or it's nothing to him. And so I said, okay, here we are in a moment. You made a mistake. Everything we've talked about as far as this mistake, this was a yesterday mistake. I said, what? I need you the rest of the day helping me sort stock, prepare the arena, and you got to be in a headspace where you're ready to ride. I said, can you leave that? I'm over it. I'm past it. But can you leave that mistake in yesterday? It doesn't define you from here on. You can literally choose to be how you want to be and intentionally, purposefully, skillfully execute all of the future tasks at hand. And that's the guy I need. When you're in that headspace, there's nobody I'd rather sort these cattle with than that guy. But the guy that is stuck on the mistake that he made last night is going to continue to make mistakes, and we're going to have a messy, clumsy, stressful day. And that's not going to lead to the type of riding that we want to execute tonight. And I was like, so can you leave it in the past? And he kind of, I could see him wrestling. He just kind of sat there and wrestled with it for a second. And then he took a deep breath and he's like, I'm ready. What's next? And he went, and we went the rest of the day, executed everything the way we wanted to. And then I built out a worksheet too that was more of, okay, what does it feel like when you're in the flow state? And to where he created some more self-awareness. We took about an hour working on that. And then he went that night, and this was the first of the 4 jackpots where he rode not only his first round bull, he rode his second round bull, and he didn't ride him perfect. He in fact did make a small mistake, but then adapted and finished the ride in absolute control, even rode the bull 2-3 jumps past the whistle and spurred him. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Now where the anchors?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We might better get him back down at this point, and then sometimes if we get them tied off on the ground first. He's mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes putting him back in the trailer. We should have used the other one. Now you're free to go, Well, look at him move now.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go get it. Okay.
She has a hole. She's working so hard.
Yeah, she got sweaty, huh?
Yeah, she did. She did get sweaty.
She's finding a soft place to roll.
Yeah. She's rolling.
She likes to roll in the sand.
Yeah.
You got it tight, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, hold on. You need to re-get this, re-grab like this. Okay, come on in. Let me see your hand. Now bump, bump, bump. Okay, now we gotta close the gate. There you go.
Good girl. You may hate us.
Give her a kiss. There you go.
She's my bestie.
She's a sweetie, huh?
Yeah.
She's a good horse. Look at that, she likes scratches. Well, all in all, successful day. Got the fence fixed, got the bull brought home. We got Red Ed's feet trimmed after it took us longer to get him in and out of the chute than it did to get his feet trimmed, but he'll be healed up and feeling better in a few days, and we can go back to bucking him. Had a great call with Coach J-Rob, and aside from Colton busting up his thumb on the fence project we had him set up to do, it's been a pretty positive day so far. But we'll go finish the fencing job, and then maybe we can get Colton on some cows later tonight. But thanks for following along, and keep following us.